Hi all, I'm here today. I thought to bring you a vlog. You have to say them together and then they make this new word. Anyway, to talk about gratitude. So gratitude is something I've always kind of incorporated in my life here and there until just recently when I got pretty serious, quote unquote, about putting it into my life as a daily practice. I've heard this a million times, I'm sure you guys have all too, how important gratitude is and what it means and what it can do. But I think it just finally clicked with me how much it really can impact the way your life is going. And there's many reasons for that. But this is going to be real short as far as what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to just tell you kind of what my practice is, what I do. A few people have asked me about it and I've explained it a little bit, but I thought I'd make an official video. Just tell you what I do, which is very, very simple and it doesn't take a lot of time. And then we'll talk about just a couple of reasons of why it works and why it's fun. It's actually really cool. So, like we talked about, gratitude, I'm sure if any of you have ever watched The Secret, they talk about gratitude like crazy in there. Again, one of my favorites, Hicks, is always talking about, she calls it appreciation instead of gratitude, which is kind of a lighter word, which I do like, what you actually appreciate, because then you're just in the moment of what it feels like and what you love about it. You know, I've talked about Unasleep as well, and she's actually the one that got me on this path and gave me some really great ideas, one of them which I'll share today, which is gratitude for your body. Just anything. I mean, I'm recently been reading a book about Wallace, or by Wallace Wattles, and talks about gratitude in there. So this has been a message that's been just slamming me upside the head, softly, kindly, recently, and so I did want to share it with you. So what do I do? Every night, I actually pull up, and anything I talk about here, I always try to put the links below. So hopefully you can just pop down there, click on whatever, and you'll find what you need. But I use an awesome little site called 750words.com. And it is just basically a blank page comes up. You get to assign a password, so it's all private if you don't want anybody getting in there. Or if you don't want to write it on a tablet, if you just don't want it around or anything. If you do prefer to write, whichever. I've done it. I do it both sometimes. If I don't have my computer near me, I'll just pick up a piece of paper, which can be pretty therapeutic too. So basically, I'll pull up 750 words, and that just comes up with a blank sheet where you can just type. And this little process I do takes me, I don't know, you can do it as short or as long as you want. It takes me anywhere from like 15 to 30 minutes. Sometimes it's pretty quick. The most important part is not how long or how short of time you spend on it, but how it feels. That's the huge part. And you can remember me talking earlier about spiritual practices and the authenticity that you need for those, that's applied here. If this becomes a chore, you might as well not do it. So usually what happens, even if I don't quite feel like it and I just want to go to bed or something like that, I'll just start typing, and by about 30 seconds, maybe a minute in, I start to feel it, and then I'm good. So I do suggest that. Give yourself a chance to kind of get in the flow of it. So so what do I do? I'm going to put this down below in the links as well, just kind of a little cheat sheet. I just have keywords, and I have them on a little thing that I copy and paste into 750 words, and then I just write about these things. So the first thing I write about, which some of these are from an Abraham process, Abraham Hicks, and some of them are from Unasleep. So, and you can make your own. Please don't feel like you have to use this way. This is just how I do it, and people have been asking how I'm doing it. So the first thing I write about is what I appreciate about my day. And this can be as simple as the sun was shining, I got coffee from my favorite coffee place, or it can be really deep. Something big came through, a check came in the mail, or I got a job offer, or I appreciated it felt so good to get my laundry done. I mean, anything. And the fun part about this is once you start typing, it doesn't have to be perfect grammar or be in full sentences or anything. Just type or write or whatever you want to do. Just get it out, because you're really trying to get this feeling going, and it comes quick, and the more you start thinking about it, more things will start popping in my head. So it's really exciting. It's kind of fun. In fact, that's what the time just flies by. Even if it's only a couple minutes, it seems like I just started. So first thing is, what do I appreciate about my day, or what was I grateful about my day for? I'm going to use the word appreciate. It just kind of resonates with me. Next one is what do I appreciate about myself? And this is usually you kind of want to get into maybe personality traits or things maybe you accomplished. I do a little bit of both. And again, keep this positive. Don't put, if you're thinking the thought, well, I didn't screw up this today, then you probably want to shift that over to what you did good. You want to stay on the positive side of it, because that's, and only because of the energy that's wrapped up in that. So it might be, I was pumped that my hair went well today, or I felt organized today. I'm organized and I love that about me. Or I love that I was so loving towards my kids and I got to spend time with them. And I love, and it really has to be about you. And some people have a hard time with this, even me. It takes me a minute sometimes to really honestly appreciate myself. I love that I am like, I love to laugh, and I love that I have a sense of humor. Just anything like that. So the next thing you want to go to is what I call others. But you can do, I usually like to do 3 or 4 of these. And it's usually the people closest in your life. Of course, I'll do my husband and my kids. And usually I'll pick somebody that I talked to that day, or someone that was really close that I can appreciate. So if it was a clerk at the store at Walmart or something, I'll put in there, you know, I appreciated their timeliness, and I appreciated, and it has to be genuine, so don't make it up. If you don't feel it for them, then don't put them in there. But like last night or the night before, I actually, for my husband, I appreciate all the work he does on our house. It's huge. He does a bunch of little things and a bunch of big things, and it actually makes such a big difference. In fact, I wonder if you can see it. See my coffee cups up there? Aren't those cool? Yeah, he put hooks up. Made me so happy. Seriously, that was like a big one I put on my list, just because it's a little tiny thing, but it was just awesome, and he's always taken care of us that way. So, and it was cool. So, anyway, the next one you want to do after you do others is one that actually came from an Unasleep process, and it's called body gratitude. And what you actually do is you walk through your body, and I type this out just because it keeps me a little more focused, but you don't even have to type this out if you don't want to, and let alone you can just do this process by itself, and I'll link to the video where she talks about this in depth. But a quick overview of it is you basically just walk through your body in your head, or type it, and say what you're thankful for. So I'm thankful for my hands, and then the function they perform, or maybe what they did today, you know, and it sounds kind of simple, but it's really powerful. I'm thankful for my hands, for being able to pick up my baby. I'm thankful for my knees, for bending and getting me through the day, because I got a ton done today. And then you walk through anything, and you can do anything on your body. You can do your internal systems, you can do your eyes, you can do your hair, you can do your brain, heart, anything. And one extra step that you want to do is you're thankful, what you appreciate about it, and what it does for you, like the function, what specifically you appreciate about it. And then also, if there's any pain anywhere in your body, that's another way you can say, you know, so my shoulder sometimes hurts me, and I'll say, you know, I appreciate you, shoulder. I thank you for being so flexible and doing all the things that I do, and I apologize. You actually apologize to that part of your body that's hurting, because any kind of pain in your body is actually emotional blockages every time. So I usually will say, I'm sorry if I brought you any pain or any kind of blockage, and I love you unconditionally. Now this seems kind of like a simple thing. Some people don't take to it right at first, some people do, but I can attest for the power of this and how much this can help your life, because you're actually really appreciating who you are and what your body does bring to you, because your body is essentially your mind. And so awesome practice to get into. Next up on the appreciation list for the nightly routine here, I do any kind of stuff in my life that I'm working on, or that I wish was different, and I actually do an appreciation list for that. So if something's bugging me or anything like that, I will try to flip it and find something, just anything little that I appreciate about it, or just even general areas in your life that you want to show appreciation for. I'll do that too. So, and then lastly, this is also an unasleep process, but contrast or conflict in your life. What you want to do is look at that and show appreciation for it, and also try to figure out what it is, how it could be a gift. So it's kind of the same thing as the last one I talked about, but this even specifically, if something kind of bugged you that day, say I had an interaction with somebody, store clerks are my favorite because it's usually good or bad, but if I had an interaction with somebody that day that wasn't as pleasant as I wanted it to be, I'll put it on my gratitude list, and I'll find a way to see where the gift was, and maybe what kind of lesson I was bringing into my life at that moment, or they were bringing to me. Because there's lessons in absolutely every single interaction and moment in your life. I firmly believe that. In fact, I can't attest to how true I really think that is. So I will actually look at it and say, okay, what am I trying to create here? Or why did I bring this scenario into my life? What did I want to teach myself? And there's always seems to be something. It's really, really kind of impressive how that works. So, in a nutshell, that's what I do. Like I said, you can add or detach or pull some off from it. Whatever you want to do, whatever feels good. That's the important part, guys. Don't forget, it's what feels good. And the coolest thing about this is, what does it do, right? Why do we do gratitude? Well, the biggest reason is it shifts your lens. Okay, we all know we have this lens, and if you know laws of attraction at all, what you focus on, you get more of. So what you're appreciating, you're going to get more of, and even past that. Which is such a great thing, because you really will start to see the effects of this quite quickly. One, in just your attitude, just the way you feel about things. Things won't seem as, I don't know, things won't seem as bad if you've had an area in your life that you really take the time to start appreciating. You'll start to see a different perspective, a different lens, a shift there. I promise you. It's almost amazing how quickly it really happens. And then the final reason I think that this is so amazing, what happens is, gratitude, I read the other day in the Wattles book, it's actually The Science of Getting Rich, but it's basically just a book on laws of attraction and really how to focus your thoughts. And what he said is, gratitude is the surest way to faith. And I've never heard that before, and it struck me, really hard, actually, because I've always wondered, how do you get that faith? How do you get that feeling of just knowing it's coming, knowing everything's going to be all right? And gratitude is your way. Gratitude is your way, because what happens is you shift your focus to those things you appreciate. The universe gives you more. You start seeing it more because your lens is shifted, right? You start to see it more, and then all of a sudden your faith starts growing because you're seeing it more. And it's just this awesome, wonderful cycle of, I appreciate more, I get more, I appreciate more, I get more. And then all of a sudden you really start to have faith that things come your way when you focus your thoughts. So there's the biggest thing. So I'm completely grateful for anybody that watches this video. I'm pretty passionate about these things, and this has been such a wonderful thing for me lately, and I really, it doesn't even feel like a chore. It feels so good. So hopefully this helps you out, and if you have any questions, post them below and I'll try to answer them, and that's all for now. Okay, love you guys. Bye.